The Aqua Estate has already been established and has grown over the past few years. The way it's master planned, both side, infra components, drainage, everything, we work well internally, of course, to ensure that we're compliant, but with the LGU as well, very closely on that, to be able to make sure that everything is sustainable within or in compliance with regulatory, what do you call this? I guess parameters that are LGU has, right? And ECC, DNR, as well. Yes. You're welcome. Yes,
More on the technical aspect, how many square meters kada lot, and for the 4 stories, ilan din, no?
Yung
Kada
four-
floor, and
okay.
for the 3 story.
Basically, meron tayo ng overview, no? Your 4-story, you have, where's the living area? Okay, so my 4 stories, I have 5 bedrooms in my 4 stories. In my 3 stories, I have 3 bedrooms.
How many square meters?
Okay, the area,
The lot.
building area. Well, the lot area you will average about 150 upwards.
150
square
per lot.
per lot. Oh, and what I would like to emphasize really is you have your Aqua Estate, right? That's all condos, CCT and lahat. This is your chance to own one of 22 landed titled units in the middle of the city, TCP, right? So yes, we can compare it space wise, but I think if anything, that's the value that I want to be able to tell people about, right? Where can you find in the middle of the city a piece of land that you can own? Price point, 3-story is between 40 and 50 million, 4-story between 50 and 60 million, right? So upwards of 150 square meters na lot. The configuration kasi, maybe we'll invite you on site one of these days, but the configuration of the parcel is not really a box, right? So you'll probably have varying depth for your lots, no? But upwards of 150. And then your units, your 3-story is about 265
265
Square
May
meters?
square meters. I mean, may mga, what do you call this, yung front and the back, meron siyang parang space in between.
Yes.
What do you call this?
What do you call it? So
Setback.
yes, there will be setbacks. Yes, there will be setbacks. So sorry, pardon me. It's not 260. It's 230 average, and 316 for 4-story average. Again, right? Again, depende rin sa lote yan kung gaano ka siya kalalim, right? And in front, as you saw, may gate siya with space for a carport, right? And then the setback at the back allows for a nice little lanai. You have your service area, but you also have an outdoor space there that opens up to a pathway that traverses all the way from the first unit to the end. And it terminates at the pocket park. And that area, that green area, landscape area, will be exclusive for the 22 units. But of course, at the same time, they will be able to have use of the pebble, of all the other amenities, right? So I think that's the beauty of being a part of that estate, right? 22 units, you have exclusivity, but the benefit of being able to enjoy the amenities that Aqua has to offer.
Why did you opt for low-rise structure? Despite knowing that you will have limited units.
Well, good question, right? We're in the middle of the city. Why not maximize? Maybe maximizing is not always an optimum approach business-wise, depending on timing, I suppose, and also market needs, right? So, I was talking to some of your colleagues earlier, and they were asking pretty much the same question. Bakit hindi condo?
From condo to...
From condo to that, right? Looking at the direction that Century wants to take post-pandemic, right? We are all about being cognizant of what's happening around us, globally, economically, right? And no matter how you try to dodge it, you're a part of that, right? And so you need to be able to understand how you manage your business risks or lower your business risks, while also taking a look at what the strengths the market has today. Through the pandemic, I've seen it personally, and happily, I suppose, no, the upscale to luxury segment sustained its strength during and even after. And more than that, I think more than people thinking of where to put their money, I think it's also because the preferences, people just realized, what am I doing in my little shoebox house when I can work from anywhere I want, right? I no longer need to live where I need to be, but where I want to be. So why not make a conscious choice about it? So that's, I think, what strengthened that market segment, right? Because people were looking to upgrade. Where am I going to put my money? Real estate. And why am I going to, what am I looking for really? And now I'm digging a little bit deeper, right, into what my needs are. More space. That's why we did what we did, right? We said, how can we address that market segment that has remained strong, number one, but also be very thoughtful about the design that we're giving. And it's very dynamic, and at the same time, lower or manage our business risks in this environment today. So that's why we're doing that. Of course, the growth, we still want to be able to grow the business, but you can't grow the business without managing your risks. So this is our direction, and this is our approach, right? The trajectory will follow as the opportunities come. But think about it, it's low rise, low density, quick to build, quick to turn over. So it's a churn. That's what's expected.
Kung yung right of way niya would be coming from yung gate na nakasara ngayon?
Well, right now, that's what we're working with our regulatory offices to be able to figure out how we provide more more ingress egress for our estate residents. But right now, there is an entrance along Coronado. Yes.
Is the property currently
Ongoing.
owned already?
Yes.
The actual lots is already part of the Aqua property?
Yes, it is already.
Okay.
Right? So it was our land bank, or it is our land bank.
Okay. Is that already is there some reason of some sort? Because of course everybody's gonna ask you, you didn't build the condo there. That's gonna hurt a little in your side as the developer. How?
Why did we do that? Because
Why
the
did
land
we
value,
choose?
etc. Okay, it's a land bank, right? So if you think about it, the way our business model, our business plan pretty much takes that into account. In terms of margins, in terms of returns. So I would say we're pretty healthy, at least. That gave us the confidence to be able to launch that kind of product. To us, the way we want to look at things today and moving forward, notwithstanding, of course, the profit and all of those things, right? Bottom line is really what do our returns look like? It's timing as well, right? So you can build a condo, sit on it for 5 years, or you can have 22 units, perhaps a very healthy revenue, return to us, and be done in 2-3 years. Right? So that was the balancing act that we had to do. We worked the numbers out, and they did work, right? And of course, having talked about it in public a little bit more these days, we're happy to get positive feedback, actually, from a lot of buyers, right? Or buyers, I guess, in general, right? We're not selling yet, but
Yun yung next question ko eh. Kumbaga, anong stage na po tayo ngayon when it comes to the construction, at the same time, yung pre-selling?
we're working on our regulatory requirements to be able to start our official pre-selling. But in terms of development permit, we're able to move earth around on site already. So we're there. It's our, we should partners that we're working with right now.
Okay.
Malapit na. I believe in the next
This
3
year?
weeks. 3 weeks,
Oh,
if
okay.
anything.
Pero you mentioned may mga maganda ng feedback from the buyers. So, meron na bang nag-ano na, okay, we're like,
Nagugustuhan nila. So,
may mga gusto na magpa-reserve.
meron na kumakatok. At naghihintay sa may gate, gano'n.
But legally, you can't still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, and we're waiting for our
The go
requirements
signal.
to come in, and then I think with the positive feedback, sana, right? As soon as we open it up, people are going to just pick it up.
Did you have any problems whatsoever in actually selling the property, the first one, the condo units? Because Mandaluyong and Pasig pretty much is a flood-prone area. Yesterday, I was experiencing that.
During
So,
the heavy rains, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
That alone could, be a factor on not actually buying a property in this vicinity.
Vicinity, no?
Yeah. How did you get through that, and how would you sell these new units as well?
I think, okay, the engineering number one of the site was thought through very well, right? So that it's elevated. If you take a look at it, it's elevated from the river, from all the other areas that do get flooded. Of course, the whole thought process is, well, what am I going to do? I can't leave, right?
Yeah.
So if you look at the Aqua Estate, there is the pebble there. I think you see it from JP Rizal and Edson, right? That is basically integrated with the retail, F&B, your basic necessities. We have commercial units in the pebble. So we already have a convenience store there, a restaurant, we have a drugstore, we have massage if you want when you can't
Mini
leave, right?
supermarket.
So things like that. But the goal really is to make it self-sustaining, and so that's pretty much what people are drawn to. So if they take a look at what does it mean for me to live in an estate like that, I have thoughtfully planned amenities. I have a huge state-of-the-art gym, right, which has its own little restaurant, second cafe, and then I have all these sports facilities, and I have a commercial area there.
So you don't really have to go out
You
anymore.
don't. Right? And of course, we're building the tenants there to be aligned with the lifestyle that we want to provide.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes.
Considering that